Hello there, people of the internet. My name is Oduor Jagero, and this is Dialogues with Jagero. Today, I'm in the studio with Caroline. Caroline, do you say Caroline or Caroline?
It is okay.
But which one is it? When you introduce yourself, what do you say?
Caroline Macharia.
Caroline Macharia.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about team. Building a team in a company.
We're going to talk about lessons.
Lessons.
From my story. Due to public demand and how people felt about this story, they want to hear more from her.
All right.
Yeah, so we're having a short continuation of her story. And let's hear what lessons she has taken.
So thank you very much. It's going to be enjoyable. I'm going to be talking about how to respect employees, how employees can actually respect the time that they have been given to work in a particular company. We are talking about investing, dreams, and so on. This podcast is sponsored by
Mopec Investment.
They got me a very, very nice cup, Mopec Investment. This podcast is sponsored by them. Right now, they are selling land in Ngong, a place called Kimoka. So the place is very good. They have got title deeds located in Kimoka area along Ngong Suso Road, which is a very beautiful place. I have gone there and I've gotten a piece of land there. What I'm planning to do with that land is to sort of have a getaway kind of place where I can just go and record my podcast in a beautiful, beautiful serene environment with the birds singing over there. So it is 230 meters off the tarmac. 230 meters. 200 meters off the tarmac. It's got access to water and electricity. Internal roads are being made.
We fenced.
Yes,
we made the roads already.
The beacons are in place, and 16 minutes drive from Gong town. And also very much fenced. So how are you doing? How are you feeling?
Amazing.
Did you get a man?
I'm still single, but I'm doing better every day.
Can I ask you about being single?
Okay, it can be an icebreaker, but I feel shy.
No. But your friend Zippy is always talking about being single when she talked so much about being single and
until
finally
she got
a man.
Kimani.
Yeah. So your Kimani
and they're doing well.
Your Kimani might be out there.
Yes.
If we look at that camera and look at your Kimani. Why do you think it's so difficult this day to find a man that you love, a man that that is just it's just easy? I think most of the times when I speak to women, they're telling me that it's a bit rough. You're not getting somebody who's understanding you, who is loving you.
I guess the reason is for me it will be very personal.
Yeah.
Because everything that happens to me, to you, happens during the right season. There's a time for every season in the world. But there's some things, there's some values that have been eroded. Nowadays, we don't see marriage the way our parents used to see marriage.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is there was like a script of life, scripted for everyone. After your school, they start looking a husband for you, a wife for you. And when you go to your village, Jagero, your mother, there's someone she has been eyeing for you. She has invited her when you come. And you're going to be introduced to each other. But nowadays, we're not doing that. It's a free will country. People are having different priorities, both male and female. Some want to chase their career first, get married later. Some just want to have children. And there's us who want to get married. Yeah.
Okay. I wish you the best. But do you want to get married?
Yeah, I want to get married and have children.
How many?
3.
3?
Yeah.
3 is a good number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about work and the purpose in life. Right now, by the way, I have written a book called Goldmine, 25 Online Hustles, and a lot of people have bought that book, which I am thankful for. But it seems that there are so many people who are looking for jobs right now as we speak. But then a lot of employers are also complaining that they're not getting value for for the salaries that they are paying. Okay, and I know you are very passionate about teamwork. You're very passionate about not just looking at a job as a job, but as a calling, sort of, as building a dream together. Do you think right now people are looking at it that way, that if I'm getting into a job, let's say if I'm going to be employed at Mopec Investments, I want to build Mopec into a conglomerate. I want to be the biggest real estate in the world. Or do they just want the money that is going to take care of them? But then if that is the case, what do you think for people who are looking for jobs? What are some of the lessons for you that you learned when you were an employee, and now that you're an employer?
I'll start with the employee. The challenges that we are encountering. There's also employee conmanship. Someone is going to come, you onboard them for 1 month. You will pay them for that 1 month. But at the end of the month, they're going to give you notice, or mid-month, because you'll still pay them for that 1 month. And that is something they can do for you, they do for your neighbor, and they do for you. Employee hopping. They're going to hop from one job to another job to another job, and that will never be captured in their CV. We have people who are training people to go for interviews, so you're going to do their background check, they're going to be okay, but whatever they said they will do, they will not do. You'll not get value for your money as an employer. Yeah.
But why do you think somebody's doing that? Why are they hopping from one job to the other?
Number one, there's an image they put, but when it comes to delivering, they're not delivering. Like our industry mostly is about selling. You cannot fake a sale.
You either sell or you're not selling.
You're either selling or not selling. These KPIs that you're going to be observing is not like a subtle work environment. It's just like, they're deliverables. It's either you know how to edit or don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the fact that you're saying that you either know how to edit or you don't know.
Yes, you cannot fake that I know how to edit, I know how to create content, and that is not something that you can hide under the table. The same with our industry. You cannot tell me that you're a good salesperson. I'll see indicators at the end of the month. Yes. So they'll come, they'll buy time, they'll want to show you they're trying to settle in, but there'll not be results. You see, when people don't take work personal, they will not perform.
What does taking work personal actually mean?
When I was an employee, I was not seeing my job as an employment. I've always worked in environments where there's commission. It's been commission-based employment. So I've always seen it as my business. Yeah. It's biashara for me. I am having this to ensure just my bills are paid. And then being in business is godly. Because God has called you, he has said that he's enabling me to create wealth. So if he has called me, he has something for me as I enable others to do what I'm doing. So I've always seen my work as a tool, like a hose, the hose pipe. You're passing water, but in the process of passing that water, you're getting wet. So the money for me is getting wet, like a hose. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think that selling is one of the biggest. You've been a salesperson for a very long time.
Yeah, for over 11 years.
For over 11 years.
Yes.
And I think every business is just about selling.
Yeah.
What are some of the lessons that you've learned about selling?
Number one, as an employer, you must have the basic information and knowledge about selling. You must be able to sell your business, Jagero. As much as you're employing people to do the sales work for you, you must be a good salesperson, especially if your business involves active selling. In the initial stages, you need to be a good salesperson.
Yeah, but what are some of the things that you should know at the top of your mind? For example, you're going to sell land.
Yeah.
And you're going to sell to Jagero land.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you should, for the first 5 minutes, you should let Jagero know so that you do that sale?
As a person, I'm going to prepare myself. It's either a yes, no, maybe later.
A yes?
No, maybe later. Yeah. Those are the answers that I'm going to anticipate from Jagero.
And how do you make sure that Jagero sort of say yes?
It's just giving you value for what you're getting yourself into. I'm just going to give you facts. Yes. An example is that most women don't own land. Close to 70% of women don't own land.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's a fact.
70%?
Yes. They have no land in their name. And that is 2022 statistics. Yeah. Nowadays, we are improving. So that is facts. So you decide. You either decide to own land, you either decide that you're going to continue to be part of the statistics, or you're either on the table or on the menu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Menu is the statistics. On the table are the decision makers. Yes.
So then, if you're telling, for example, a woman that you need to own land, why should I own land as a woman?
Yeah, because you should. Yeah. My view is in relation to the Proverbs that you are woman. You're just not created to come, live life, depend on other people. Because one of the biggest hindrances of women not owning land is being dependent of other people financially. Yeah. You're not created for that. That's why even things are changing in the marketplace when it comes to marriage. Because women are realizing, I was not only born to go through the system and get married. I have a calling. And I tell women, your calling is your core purpose, core business where you're created. And marriage is part of that story. Yes. It's like a movie. They are part of the movie, and there is the main goal. The main goal is your life, your dream, your mission, your vision. And there's others. Part of your mission is living a good life. And living a good life is having abundance. Abundance, you're going to invest and own property to live to your children. Yeah.
There are women that want to be traditional wives. They're called trad wives.
Trad wives.
Trad wives, they don't want to work. They just want to be in the house. And
that's okay. That's okay because they're part of the menu. Yeah. And Jagero, you're selling online jobs, so you can work from anywhere.
Yeah.
Does not matter. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. How do you build trust?
Trust is not something I look at you and I get. Building trust is ensuring that I mean what I say.
Yeah.
And I say what I mean.
Keeping
my word.
Give me a specific example.
Yeah.
You're a real estate. You are in real estate.
Yes.
So, for example, what are some of the words that you give clients that the client will say, okay, this is the word that I was given, and this is what I have gotten. What are some of the things for example, in land selling that you could?
I'll go to the processing of documentation because it is key and crucial to delivery. I tell you, when we are signing the agreement, the law gives me 90 days to transfer to you your documents. I will not go that far, but I want you to give me 45 days. But this title of yours, I can deliver even within 3 weeks.
Okay.
So be in the know. And then my office will always keep you updated on how far we are with the process so that you don't be anxious and we are on the same page. That will manage your expectations. As much as I told you I can do it within 45 days or 30 days, I will deliver it within 2 weeks because all things are aligned. And I'm on it. I'm intentional to serving you.
What do you think? How do you think we should be deal with the clients that what we promised them has not come to pass? How do we go back and tell them that now things have changed?
We are not going back. We are continuing. Because remember, I've been communicating to you. We got the consent. We are in the next step. So I'm just going to update you. The reason why we are delaying and who is delaying us.
Yeah.
Maybe the valuer who is supposed to approve our papers is not in the office. Maybe there is a scheduled site visit that we need to go with the land's office that you don't know about, but it will happen. So I am updating you every step. There's the consent. We are waiting for the dates. Yeah. So that will take 2 weeks. That will take 1 week. That will take 3 days. Yeah. The titles are out, but they need to be franked. So there's every detail that I'm telling you about.
Do you feel like a lot of people, for example, let's say in the real estate, are doing that, or in other areas of life? Do you think we have a problem in Kenya whereby something has not happened? Because you remember there is a time that we had a big problem with people that were trying to finish houses for clients, and those houses were not being, the keys were not being given, and there was so much noise around those issues. They were not getting the keys. What do you think was going on there?
Number one is over-promising.
Okay.
Number two is under-delivering. Yeah. If you tell me that you're going to take me somewhere, you're going to fly me out, tell me why it is to manage my expectations.
Yeah.
Tell me the truth. I tell my clients, you see, it's also a scarcity mindset. Thinking just because my property is 30 kilometers from the tarmac, I'll not get a buyer. But you know, when the Lord provided that project and property, he had someone that will benefit in mind. So it is changing your mindset from scarcity to abundance. There's something for everyone at every juncture. There's a Gen Z who is starting to invest. They're not earning much, so they're looking for a property going for 200,000. There's a Gen Z who has done good work, and they're looking for a property worth 20 million. There's also another person, someone who is starting to build themselves. There's already an established person. So all those people are looking for different value. And their financial ability will send them different places. Like today, if you're telling me you're having a budget of 300 million, of course I will not take you to places like Isiolo. You belong around CBD depending on your needs. Number one is to be able to understand your customer. What is their needs? Number two, tell them the truth. My property is 200 meters from the tarmac. If you're looking for a commercial property, that's not for you.
Okay.
But if you're looking for a residential property like Waridi, that's where you belong. It's 200 meters from the tarmac. If it is 40 kilometers from CBD, I'll not tell you it is 30. Jagero, part of owning property is going and seeing what you're being told. If I lie today that my land is 10 kilometers from Ngong Town, which it is not, it's 15, 16, 17 kilometers, say the truth, because the client is going to verify. And if you lie me, when I'm buying something, I'm very clear. This is what I want. Don't lie me, because I'll either top up my budget or do something to accommodate what you have. That's why you see most people, when they are selling even clothes, they will not write the prices. Don't fear. There is something for everyone. There's someone who will afford a trench coat of 20,000.
Yeah.
Na kuna mtu anataka ya 1,500. Both of them are right, because there's something for them. Yes. So don't fear writing prices on your goods.
I saw you talking about how real estate is done in Kenya. So you think that for you guys to change the real estate, there has to be integrity, there has to be professionalism,
Yes,
and boldness. You know, why is it? Why do you think that is so important in business? Integrity, boldness, and professionalism.
Integrity, number one. Even if 20 companies are doing the wrong thing, and I'm the only one who is doing the right thing, I will do it. Chew what you can swallow. Yeah. If I can be able to deliver a project of only 10 acres, let me do that one. I don't have to have 1,000 and then not deliver to anyone. Remember, mine is not just business. I'm not looking at your money, Jagero. I'm looking at the friendship that is beginning between you and I. I'll get to know your family. I'll get to know your people. You will always remember me when you think about that property. Yeah, so I'm impacting your life. I'm enabling people change their life stories. The people who are coming to me, I want to build for my mother. I've grown from poverty, and that woman deserves the best. So for me, my interest is their story, enabling them to achieve what they've been dreaming about.
It is interesting that you're calling them partners.
Yes, they are my partners. We are starting a relationship with my client. It is not hit and run. Yes, it is a journey to transform their stories, to change for people to build their legacies. They've already bought land, they've lived life, they know how much they can benefit out of land. So they want to build legacy for their children's children. It is working with those people. I am enabling them build generational wealth.
Yeah.
Some are changing their family destinies. We are all at different places. So mine is, what do you want?
What do you want?
To build for my family in the next 2 years. I'm the partner, the right person for you.
The partner.
Yes.
Yesterday I was at the hospital. I was being seen by a lady called Sylvia Mburu. And I was telling her that I've had a problem with my foot for the last 15 years. And I was telling her that I've been very... What is the word to use? I told her that I've not felt like there is a doctor in Kenya who actually feels my pain, And she was telling me, but which doctors have you seen? Where have you gone? And blah, blah, and so forth. And she was telling me that this, even in the medical industry, we are all human beings, and we have to learn the ethics of doing that job. We want to be professional in that job. And I remember laughing with her and telling her that, can you be my doctor? And Celia was telling me, I cannot be your doctor. You know why I cannot be your doctor?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a physician. I'm a neurologist. So when you have nerve issues, then I can be your doctor. But also there are people who can be your doctors who partner with you in doing what you do. Yeah. And she was telling you the reason why I love my hospital so much is because they have built the infrastructure so that whenever you want to see a patient, you can see that patient. If you want to go take coffee with that patient, there is a Java downstairs where you can just go down and have coffee and talk with the patient. And I found that very interesting that you leave your office, unateremka chini with the patient, and then you are talking with the patient over tea.
Yeah.
And still pay the consultation that you would have paid when you are up there. Yeah. And it was, and after the end of the day, she told me, look, here is my personal number, here's my email. If you have a problem with the dawahs that I've given you, you email me and tell me this is what is happening. You can WhatsApp me and tell me that this is what's happening. And for the first time, actually, I thought I was meeting a doctor that really understands what I'm doing. But the interesting thing, Caroline, that she told me, so I asked her, so tell me about yourself. And she told me that, okay, I was brought up here in Kenya, then I left Kenya, then I went to the United Kingdom. And I studied medicine there. And she was telling me that when you are studying medicine, there is also part of humanity that you're being taught. Yeah. You're not just... So, and then she was telling me that for clients, we are not just talking about... You see, she was telling me. So, Oduor, when you go to the reception, they say a number. The WW70, go to triage. Now, you don't want to try to treat humans at W70. Because then you can never remember them.
Yeah.
So when you are telling me that, I am thinking about Mburu yesterday, that you told me that when you want somebody to buy land, somebody wants to buy land for their mother. I remember my sister telling me that we were brought up in a lot of poverty back in the village. And one of the things that happened to my mother, by the way, is that in the village, when you are going to a funeral or you are going to an event, you can actually go to a fellow woman and kuomba nguo. You see? So in our village, there were those kitenges. Yeah. That they were very expensive and you couldn't afford them. Yeah. If you're Oduor Jagero's mother. So my sister was telling me the other day that, one of the things that I would like to do is to buy my mother kitenge, even though she's dead. So when you tell me that somebody actually wants to build a house for their mother, I really feel that. Why do you think that for us who are doing businesses in Kenya, sometimes you want this haraka? Like you sell them the land, don't care about what they feel, you get the money, go away. Where is that coming from?
It's coming from a mindset of poverty. We're just reacting from what we've seen. So, when you lack food for long, Jagero, and you cannot find that food, the next food you will eat until you cannot eat it anymore. Yeah, so when my focus is just get all that money from you, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll sweet talk you. I'll go over and above. Keep calling you, But you can only give what you have. It's either your client has money or not. There's no in between, by the way. It's either they can access a facility, they cannot access a facility, they have cash money, or not. You see, if even the word of God says, contentment, little with contentment is much gain.
Little with contentment is much gain.
Yes. You need to be at a place of contentment. I'm not where I want to go. I'm not where I was yesterday. But I'm here. And I'm grateful for where I am. It is being okay with ugali na sukuma. Siku nitapata nyama, nitashukuru Mungu. I'm grateful in all seasons because I even tell my clients, by the way, I don't want you to buy this property under duress. Ask God whether he wants you to own this land. Out of my lost story, I knew I did not eat or drink because I had a job. I had provision because the Lord provided for me through other people. That should not worry you. Because I want people to feel comfortable with the things they're getting themselves into. So I don't tell people to rush into doing things. If the Lord purposed, Jagero, that I will sell land to you, he will bring and orchestrate scenarios for me to meet you. Yeah. I'm part of your destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Moses was part of me meeting you. God had orchestrated me.
You're very big on Bible. Is that your go-to when you want to move mountains?
Yes, it's my go-to. Because it is, I look it as having what has been like, how do I call it? Is the manual by which we should live by. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, people of the internet, I hope that you're enjoying this episode very much. And I just had a break to tell you about my new book. Everybody says that there is no job, and that is true. Also, that was me 10 years ago. The problem is that everybody is trying to get a job in their town, in their city, in their marketplace. They ask friends for jobs, mothers call uncles, uncles call brothers, but there are no jobs. Let me tell you what no one is telling you. Jobs migrated online. What I actually mean is there are many, many jobs around the world and there is no one to do them except you. I work for Americans myself. I work for Europeans. I work for the Chinese. I work for the Australians. I work for the Canadians. And so, because I have done so much for myself, I said to myself, you know what? I should compile what I've been doing for the last 15 years. So in 2024, I wrote a digital book called Goldmine 18 Hustles for Africans. And then in 2025, AI came. People say AI is taking away our jobs. And for me, I'm going to say false. There are actually AI jobs. Jobs are not being taken by AI, but there are new jobs online that are there because of AI. Now, mimi ni nani? I created more jobs. And for now, in my new book, we have 25 online and offline jobs that you can leverage on if you do not have a job. So in this powerful volume 2, I share 25 new actionable online hustles specifically researched and tailored for Africans. My new book provides clear step-by-step guidance drawing from my extensive experience and research, including the mistakes I've made and lessons I've learned over the 15 years that I have worked online. So what can you do online? You can become an executive assistant for busy folks in Europe, America, Canada, and get paid for tasks like watching videos and taking online surveys. Okay? You can build a lot of things. Build a business as a virtual assistant, start an e-commerce shop without capital, be an affiliate marketer, or you can also become actually an English tutor and tens of AI jobs. If you have a job, that is fine. But I also know But you can buy this book for that brother, for that sister, for that mother, for that cousin, for that husband who is watching Netflix all day at home. Buy it for your friend who is always asking for cash. You know that friend. Now, all the information is on the description below. You can also inbox me, you can WhatsApp me, or go to my website, which is oduorjagero.co.ke. And now, back to programming.
Talking about contentment, something interesting that has been happening with me and Oduor Jagero. So the camera that is there is called Black Magic, and then this one is also Black Magic. They are very high-end cameras.
Yeah.
This one has been having some dubious lens.
Yeah.
And so I have been really, even Collins, who is my videographer, has been really on my case. I need a better lens. So we finally, after about 6 months, we bought the lens for this camera. But then the interesting thing is that when people come to Oduor Jagero and look at the cameras, even when we had the not so good lens, a lot of people who are in production have always told me, Jagero, I really, really envious of your equipment, you know. But in me, I wasn't content with them, you know. And sometimes I think it is just good to take steps back and look at what you have. This camera is probably about 500,000. There are very few people who can afford to buy a camera for 500,000. Yeah. So I think, and then Lynn Ngugi, when I was talking to Lynn Ngugi was telling me that Jagero, she was seated there and was telling me that Jagero, I really, really love, what I love about your content is the picture quality.
Yeah.
And by then I was so frustrated.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then I looked at her and I did not say anything. Yeah. Lynn Ngugi told me, Jagero, please take your flowers. Yeah. You know, so I just think that as people we should be content. If you're doing, I tell people that if you want to start a podcast, just do that one good podcast in a month. You don't need to do three in a week like Jagero does. You know, start with what you have. The best thing about podcasting is if you can get the sound right, that is where to start from. So for me, it's also been a learning to me that you should be content with what you have. And when sometimes people see me and say that Jagero has got 600,000 plus followers on social media, on Facebook, and I'm wondering, how do you get those numbers in 2.5 years? It's impossible. But me, I'm just thinking about 1 million. And I'm like, I am not really content with what I have. You know? So I totally agree with you. Are you content with the MOPEC?
Yeah, I'm contented with where we are because we have touched lives. I have, even if it is just the few clients, the few hundred clients that I've delivered to, that is a plus. Yes, I have delivered to people this year, and that's all. Yeah, I'm happy about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is touching life, Jagero. Coming here, this is just a tool. This is just a channel. You remember what I was saying about the hose?
You know,
the hose pipe.
Oh, yes. When we started the podcast.
You're passing water. So these are some of the channels that you get to be impacted when you're impacting other people's lives. Lack of contentment is what makes people do things to other people that they shouldn't. Yeah. They're the things that make you heighten your insecurities, you know, and don't celebrate other people. Yeah, because of jealousy that comes.
When you say build people, not just to profit, what do you mean by that?
My focus is how my client is going to get the plot. They're feeling, number one thing that people usually have when they're coming, they have 500, but they don't know where they're going to get the other money. It is making them believe that God can provide. And if you had God right, he's going to even take care of the rest of the budget. And you don't have to worry about it. And guess what? At the end of every transaction that we started by faith, they're like, I thank God I started. Thank you for being so patient. We have finished. You know? It is the look, the joy that I get to experience when my clients are like, we made it. You know, when I'm handing over their title. And that keeps me thrilled. So my main aim is to get that person who came, they had money, they were scared. Carol, this is the only money I have.
Do they tell you do they tell you that when they're
they
like...
do.
Yeah.
They do. You know, I've created a safe space for my clients. Just tell me honestly where you are. We see what we can build. If it is not enough now, I'll be okay. But when you're ready, call me.
By the way, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the clients that are always asking you questions but are not buying?
I just tell them.
Yeah.
Because, by the way, not every client that will inquire from me will buy from me. But God will always, there's a philosophy that we have in BNI. We say, give us gain.
What is BNI?
Business Network International, a platform, a networking platform that I belong. So we say, give us gain. You give, you will gain. Even if not through the same channel you gave, somewhat you will gain. Yeah. God will always send you people that have been, by the way, people have been watching me. They've been watching you. They've been sharing screenshots, sending the videos, commenting there, and I'm grateful.
The video that
for
people
that.
loved a lot also was the story of Sharon. Was it?
Doreen.
Was it Doreen?
Yeah.
The lady that came to your help.
Yes.
By the way, did she see the video?
She did. And she cried.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. She never knew what she was doing to my life. Her, she was just being her. She was just being the person she was because I had promised God. I had told him, Akuram Tunambia, this is a story of a lot of shame and stigmatization. So her doing what she did was just angelic. It was divine. It was destiny. That's why I no longer chase things from that time. The Lord will bring you the right people at the right time.
How do you build standards, Caroline?
It is first knowing who you are, what you deserve, and acting accordingly.
I am asking you that because there is a lady who works with you who is called Tabitha. She really knows what she wants. She is always proactive.
Yeah.
You can see that there are people that know what they're doing at a company.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, because I think a lot of people are running small enterprises, and dealing with people who are working with you can sometimes be very difficult.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, how do you engage with your team? Like, for example, let's say on a day-to-day basis, what are some of the things that you keep telling them every day that they should follow? Are you having meetings? How do you deal with it?
Yeah, we have meetings very often, and we check on if we said we're going to do this, if it is not working, what are we doing wrong? How are we going to adjust? And I also let people be themselves and be strong. So I first make it an open space. There's something that was so unique that made me pick you. And this is what I noticed. You're strong on. Shine there. Yeah, like Njeri, I'm so open to letting you interact with her and her planning because that's her strength. And I'm strong elsewhere. Someone else is strong elsewhere. Waka is strong on her strategy and planning and all these things. Someone else is strong in photography and doing her work. I envision a team where everyone is driving in their area. And I'll always remind them, God owns what we do. We're just custodians. So we are working as though we are working for the Lord. How we handle our fellow colleague, how we handle our clients, and how we handle people that we come into contact with during this work. I expect excellence from them, and I communicate it. That's why sometimes you see Njeri is very on your case to ensure that we give our best in what we do. Yes.
How about when somebody does something wrong for you as an employer? How do you usually deal with it?
I call it out immediately, and I tell them, one of them is here. So I call it out immediately, on the spot. I don't like this because you can do better. With your capacity, you can be able to do 1, 2, 3 and get different results. Yes. So that's how I communicate it. And then I also want them to know they are part of the big picture. Yeah. How will your client, when they see whatever you're doing, will you want to be served like that? Will you want to give 10% of, whereas you can give 100? Do your best. And I don't hold also to people. Don't harbor people. don't also be too clingy to people.
What does that mean?
That means allow God to give you people. Yeah. You might cling to one thinking your work will not continue, but your work also see it as the church. The Lord says that he's going to build his church and no gates of hades shall prevail.
No gates?
Hiyo scripture inasemanga je, Brandon? I will build my church and no? Yeah.
No gates of what? Of hate?
Confirm. Hey, inakwanga, I will build my church. Let me confirm faster.
Let God be your business partner. I want to talk about God in everything that we do, because
Yes.
you know a lot of people. Yes, so go ahead.
It is 18, and I tell you that you. This is the Lord who was speaking to Peter. I tell you, Peter. On this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it.
The gate of hate, like H-A-T.
Hades.
The gate of Hades.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Chaturudi hapo.
Great. In finishing, I wanted to talk about God as a business partner.
Yeah.
Religion as a business partner.
Not religion. God.
When do you know my relationship with God? Have you heard of me talk about my relationship? Do you think that?
I just know, the word of God says you shall know them by their fruits. I've not seen you being a mean person. You're someone, when we identify something, we correct very fast. We are able to agree to disagree. Have those heated conversations, but after that, it was work. We go back. We are able to adjust very fast. And I think that's a good quality when you're dealing with people. I think you're a good human.
These days, I have a lot of friends who don't recognize God that way. They think that everything that they have is from their own sweat, their own blood. So, for example, when I was coming from Nairobi to come and join college, was coming from Kisumu to come and join college, my idea was that my relatives were in Nairobi and that they were going to help me. But I also was a very prayerful man. So when I came to Nairobi, I did not find, those relatives did not help me for whatever reason. And 5 months into my college, my mother died. And so I remained a complete orphan in the city with no proper housing. And I would pray a lot about everything. When I finished, obviously I did not have school fees to finish, and I was almost getting kicked out of college. So I prayed to God, and I wrote a letter to the college, and the college received my letter, sat on it for a month, and then came back and told me that I have been given full scholarship for the next 3 years.
Wow, see good.
And they deleted or they erased all my arrears. So that was prayer. When I was going to Rwanda for the first time, I did not have a passport. I did not have money to go there. I traveled to Rwanda. I was in church on a Sunday. Having spent 2 days in a hotel, I did not know what I'm going to do after that. So there is a guy who is tapping me at the back and telling me that, look, I was writing notes on a book, on an exercise book. That book is from a school in Kisumu. This guy knows the school, and he's been seconded by the Kenyan government to go work in Rwanda. So he taps me at the back and tells me that when we are done with church, can we talk? I go ahead and live with that guy for another 1 year.
Wow.
For free.
Wow.
So the first time I was moving out when I was going to the United States, my very first time, I did not have, to the UK, I did not have a bank statement. Literally, I had no bank statement. So, but I had won. I'm a very good writer, so I'd won the best prize in Africa, the number 5 in Africa.
Wow.
So I was being taken to the Royal National Theatre in London for 11 days. And I go to the embassy and they tell me that you have no bank account. I say, yes, I don't. But I'm good at writing. And so I went there. And then my first time going to the United States, I had a bank account, but very, very dubious, you know? But I also did that. And I've never been, I have traveled like a lot to more than 25 countries. I've never been denied a visa.
Wow.
So what happened, why I'm telling that story is that, so when my friends, so I used to pray and get. So when my friends tell me about the good Lord and that, no, that was just your energy. And I usually have a problem because for me, it's a lived experience.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult for people who live their lives easy. For them, they might not have prayed a lot about things.
Yeah.
But me, I've got a lived experience that you can actually pray for something. When I was coming from the village to Nairobi, I prayed at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
and told the good Lord that I'm going to Nairobi, be ahead of me. There is a Bible verse where Jesus, I can never find that verse anymore. The Israelites were fighting. And then David was told that if you hear a sound in the grass, I don't know. I've looked for that in it, and I've never found it. If you hear seke in the grass, then you know it's time to attack your enemies.
Yeah.
And you know, for me, I've always just listened to that seke.
Yeah.
So when people say, oh, the Lord cannot save, the Lord cannot do this, me, I'm just like, okay, but me, I've got a testimony.
Exactly. You know, you've lived Matthew 7:7.
Matthew 7:7.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Seek.
And you will find.
Knock.
And the door shall be open to you.
Exactly. You've always seeked. The Lord also says that I will command my angels concerning you. He's so intentional.
I will command
my angels concerning you. Yani, he has set angels to always take charge of your life. Yeah. Even David says, even if I make my bed in hell, you will still find me. As long as it is he that you trust, he shall always be there for you, the Lord. So, in the issue of believing and these systems, when you have experience with the Lord, you know what you know. Like yours, in most stories, the Lord did not want you to have help from your friends or your relatives, because he had appointed angels at the right time so that he only gets the glory. You know what people will be saying today? Maybe, I've built that young man.
Yeah.
You know? But he wanted the glory, and he does not share his glory with man. So every time you align and you know that even if I don't have what I want today,
Yes.
as long as I count my blessings and I see I have a roof over my head, clothes on my body, and food on my table, I'm okay. In seasons of plenty, in seasons of lack, I am well because he knows my name. And you know, those seasons of pain are our seasons of making. Imagine you did not go through what you went through. What would you be telling people? Yeah. And this is not to glorify poverty, Jagero.
Yeah.
This is to acknowledge that we are coming from somewhere. Those that are coming from somewhere. We do not get generational wealth. We are building what God has called us to build. And we are going to where he's called us to be. Yes. Yeah. So we are not glorifying poverty because we're putting our best foot forward. We are working. Yeah. And we know there is no honor in poverty.
There is no honor in poverty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we are restoring the dignity of our families by doing what we are doing. So we know if it were not for the Lord, we don't have godfathers, but we have God the Father. Yes.
Do you pray at your company every other day?
Yeah, we pray every morning when we're having a meeting.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, the first person who gets to the office has to pray and thank God for the opportunity to serve people. Yeah.
Let's come to you give me a pen.
Yeah.
People of the internet, it's very important that when I want to tell the audience something. When I put my videos on YouTube, there are lots of ads that are running. Okay? and some skip them, some don't watch them, and so on and so forth. They are American companies and so on and so forth. But at Dialogues with Jagero, I think that it is important that I partner with people because doing content is not easy.
Yeah.
So Mopek has been very good. Mopek was introduced to me by a gentleman that I've known for about 13 years. The gentleman who does insurance.
Yeah.
What is his name? Moses
Nderito.
Moses Nderito.
Mosfin Capital Insurance Agency.
Mosfin.
Yes.
And so I was introduced to Caroline, and she is selling land. She's in real estate, and have been partnering with her. I've looked at what she's doing. I've gone to where she is. I've gone to her office, and she's a good person. And so I have partnered with her that we are going to be helping her make people know about what she's doing, and that is selling land. Oduor Jagero, you know that I am a guy that does not just sell things, and that is why you're one. And somebody told me the other day that Jagero, mbona wewe sikunangi ukirukaruka online? You know, my idea, for me, I love conversations. So Mopek Investment is selling land in Kimuka. I have gone there and looked at that. Today they brought me a very good cup, and they also got me a beautiful 2025 notebook, and they got me this. So I just want to ask you to talk to me about what are you selling? What is the land? Give me the whole thing. Yes.
We are enabling people to see the future today by giving you an opportunity to own land along the Ngong Suswa Road at Kimuka. In December, most people will divert because of the congestion that is usually along the Nakuru-Nairobi highway to go to Western, to go to Kisumu. Most people will use...
Like the way you're calling Kisumu.
Yes. So we're going to use the Ngong Suswa Road. The reason why I want people to own that side is because it is the next greatest frontier. We are between two economic blocks, the Nairobi block and the Suswa area and Naivasha block, because of what is going on down there. So this is an opportunity for you to change your story. You've been there, Jagero. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen the beauty in that place. So it is for anyone who has been looking for someone to believe and to trust, getting to come. I'm only giving you an opportunity to own that parcel 200 meters from the tarmac at 1.2 million. That can be payable in installments. We have a fence there. We have beaconed the land. We have made access roads there. Yani, we're just waiting for you to settle. We are settling you, in short. Yeah, you have everything that you need to start living there. Yes.
All right. 1.2. The installments, how long? Up to how long?
Up to... Good thing you have money, Jagero. The Lord has blessed you. There are those that cannot afford to pay in cash. You can deposit. You make a deposit of 30%, and the rest you can pay in 6 months. And we even have for 12 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, people of the internet. The other thing that I want to add is that only 70% of people that watch my podcast are subscribers. So I've got millions of people that are coming there, but they're not subscribers. Please consider subscribing and hit on that notification bell so that when we are discussing something important like this one, you can always be notified. Thank you very much for being with us for about an hour. And until another episode, bye for now.
I want to thank Jagero. Thank you for believing in us.
Yeah.
It was so hard to convince you to work with someone who is in real estate.
Yeah.
Which I understood the reservations that you had, but let me tell you, lives are being touched through your podcast.
Thank you.
People are getting to believe in the real estate industry again through you. So when the Lord calls, always answer. Thank you for believing in Mopek Investments.
Thank you very much. Until another episode, bye for now.